Hey, welcome back to my vlogs and videos channel, Grace Notes. I'm Grace. These are my notes. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you like my videos and want to support my channel, give a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, chat at me, leave a comment, all the things. Well, here we are on a brand new Monday vlog. You might have noticed that Monday's vlog has changed a little bit. Monday should always be fun, but Monday is no longer Fun Monday. Now it is Movie Monday, which is still fun. Okay, so now I have been hard bitten by the filmmaking bug. I have so many ideas for short films. I have a few projects that are kind of in the works and they're in the development stage. So I decided that I need a Movie Monday. It's gonna be the day when I do a little show and tell. When I'm not showing, I'm gonna tell. I think that's a good change for this day. I'm not putting an end to the fun games and all of that stuff, because I'm still a silly person. But that content will happen on another day. So since 2019, I've been talking about this little short film that my friend Marcia and I were creating and producing and directing. I thought it would never be finished, but kudos to Marcia. She actually finished the film, and there was quite a lot still left to do in the post-production. But she got it done, and it's out there. The link is in the description, so you can go and watch this little film that I've been talking about. It's called The Vessel. It is currently the only feature on our channel. Something good, tell the story. Go and subscribe to that channel because we're going to be posting more things on there, and go and watch The Vessel. Marcia wrote and produced, and I directed. This is my first ever short film. My first time directing something other than my vlogs. So I want to share about this project from the viewpoint of a new director. Yeah, that's just one of the hats that I wore through the process of making this film. I also created the majority of the music score, manned the cameras, and a lot of editing. You know, there's so much to think about when you endeavor to make a film. Most importantly is to tell the story. One of the biggest takeaways for me was just how important all of the details are in bringing the authenticity of the story to life. Marcia wrote a monologue. Yeah, so Marcia actually has an acting background. And she's also pretty creative with writing and stuff. So she wrote this monologue and adapted that account from the Bible into this monologue that she performed at her church. The first time I saw it was actually not in her official performance. She showed it to me in her basement. The way she performed it, it was just so moving. It was a very authentic portrayal of this woman. So it had been some time since she had performed this monologue in her church, and she invited me to a service, so I was there. And this lovely young lady comes over and asks Marcia when she might be performing this monologue again, because she wanted to see it again. And I think this young lady was actually the person who made the initial suggestion that Marcia should put it on video and upload it to YouTube so that more people could see it. Well, being the avid vlogger that I am, right, I was all over that. At that point, there was no inspiration for it to be a film. You know, it was just kind of a cool idea. Get it uploaded to YouTube. Simple plan. So I brought my gear over to Marcia's house, and by gear, I mean this camera and a tripod. So the plan that day was to actually film several different monologues that Marcia had written, but she started with this one with the unknown woman. So she was in costume and hair, makeup, and she just stood up in front of the camera, and there was really no background or anything. It was just a bare wall, but she delivered a good performance.
I was a woman who most did not esteem. A sinner, common they called me. But there is one man who did not judge me, but set me free.
And then she thought, you know, she was done with the unknown woman and she was going to get into the next costume for the next one. Because the plan was to do like 4 or 5 of these monologues. She was expecting this to take all of, what, like 40 minutes maybe? 3 years later. So we were in between filming, we were taking a little break, and my brain was in overdrive. And I went, Marcia knows me pretty well, okay? And she already knows this, that she probably doesn't really want to know how crazy the party is getting in my head. But it's like a train wreck and you can't look away. So she asked, what are your thoughts? I was kind of in the middle of this mental brainstorm that was going on, and I said, I think it needs scenes. Scenes? What do you mean scenes? And what was happening in that moment, I was actually seeing the film playing in my head like it was already finished. I was thinking faster than I could talk, and my words were getting kind of jumbled, you know, like they do. Well, like scenes, you know, like there's your monologue and you're telling the story, but then there are these scenes on a B-roll that are also telling the story, and you know, like that. And she says, you mean you want to make a movie? And that's how it started. Well, I think the biggest challenge we had was trying to figure out how to make a movie. We had no clue what we were doing. We called our little film production company something good. But Marcia said we could have called it Two Idiots Behind the Camera. There were no learning curves. There was a lot of sharp learning corners though. The film was shot on this. And another camera like it. Learning how to camera, that was one of my biggest challenges. I knew what shots I wanted to get. I had a very clear vision of what I wanted this film to look like, but translating my thoughts onto screen, it took a bit of trial and error to achieve that. At one point we had all the shots, we actually had the thing edited and we were ready to finish, and then we decided that we didn't like it and started all over again. We shot the monologue in several different locations before we settled on one, but in one location, I don't know what I had set on the camera. I don't know what happened, but I turned Marcia green. Even though she gave a really good performance, we couldn't use that footage because there was no way even coloration could fix this green hue. We couldn't have the unknown woman looking like Baby Hulk. The sound on our monologue footage was from camera and it was outdoors, so it kind of sucked. So that was fun because we had to learn how to record and edit and produce ADR. On top of it all, there was COVID, and that wreaked havoc on our post-production. You know, I've been vlogging for a few years, but vlogging is a very different species from filmmaking. Once you endeavor to make a film, even a short one like this, the challenges, the necessities start just popping up. Like, we're creating a scene, so we need a set. What is our set? Well, our set is a Ferris's house. How are we gonna do that? Well, we'll create it in Marcia's basement. Okay, how? Well, we'll put up curtains. Okay, but the whole wall can't be curtains. Walls were made of stone and brick and stuff like that. Okay, well, we'll put stones on the wall. And how are we gonna do that? Wallpaper! Wallpaper that looks like stone. So have you ever hung wallpaper? No, but how hard can it be? It was hard to the tune of about 14 hours wallpapering into the wee night. We had to match up the stone patterns so that it didn't look like it was wallpaper. Peel and stick wallpaper, and we're gonna put it over there. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. So this is what it looks like before. We're gonna attempt to do this today. Be very afraid because I have never wallpapered in my life. We're just mustering up with the pre-wallpapering snack. All of this has to transform into a stone wall. And we have a plumb line. Whatever the heck that is.
Plumb line is a line that is actually straight.
Oh.
And it's a guideline to where to start your wallpapering situation.
Okay.
And this is about to be a situation.
This is about to be a situation.
So I watched 1.5 YouTube tutorials. I quite didn't know what a plumb line is. I actually had someone come over and draw the plumb line for me because I didn't really get what I was doing. I didn't know if my line was straight and I didn't want to risk it. Anywho, so now we're starting on a good basis. Got a few tips on what I should do.
From the YouTube?
No, from an actual person.
From an actual person who knows how to do this?
Well, he didn't know either, really. But he was better than, I think, than me.
Oh my goodness.
But we can figure it out.
We are lost, man. We are lost. This stuff is amazing.
It's amazing.
Even we could do it. So here is our finished work. We have a stone wall. We're exhausted. Especially this was not easy. But matching up the stone pattern, that was a bit more of a moment than I anticipated. Creating the set, that was a challenge. Finding locations was actually easier than what I thought it would be. We live in Canada. The chances of there being maple trees out in Palestine, thinking, no. But after doing a bit of research, there are actually forested areas right near Jerusalem. They actually look quite a lot of it like our Ontario topography. So we just had to be a little bit careful when we were doing our outdoor shots to shoot in locations where the trees and stuff were a bit more ubiquitous and common everywhere. But then we had to find locations that were a little bit more desert-like. Ontario is not known to be desert. And yet, in the middle of Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, we managed to find Palestine. Other challenges? Casting, you know, because Marcia wasn't going to be the only character if we had these scenes. So we had friends that were very willing to just give their time and fill the roles that we needed. But of course, when you have more characters, you need more costumes. Marcia made all the costumes.
Is that good?
Yeah, let's see some of the other ones though too.
Okay.
It's very shiny.
Too shiny?
Might be too shiny. Okay. Actually, I like this one better, I think.
This one better?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's better. Glasses off. Oh yeah, you look so menacing and so parasitical. This is the other costume. For all of the challenges though, God was definitely in the details. Cool things that have happened while we've been making this movie.
So I really believe that God is just in this thing. What started out as a 5-minute monologue has now turned into a short film. Costumes that are being designed and what have you. So, let me tell you about this random thing that happened. So, working on a costume for one of the characters, the Ferris's wife, and in the Wiebe village, and just found a little bag of trim, and you know, I was just like, oh, it's $3. Could it possibly work? And would you believe, took it out the bag, tried it on the costume. It's exactly the right measurements.
Yes.
To finish the garment.
I mean, it's a random bag of this, right?
Yeah.
And somehow
God worked it exactly.
It is the exact right amount
that I need to finish.
Just to finish this trim. I am shocked and amazed and absolutely thankful.
Yeah.
God is in this thing 150%.
Amazed.
Beautiful costume. God in the details. Yes. Because one of the most important props that we had to find was the jar. And we did find quite a few jars, right? But not the jar. So we went to Village one day. So we walked in the door and I turned and I saw it. It was on like a bottom shelf, this beautiful jar. It sang to me. And we scooped it up and it was perfect. The most difficult element of the whole film to find, and I think we put the most prayer into, was casting Jesus. I asked several people who I knew had played Jesus in like passion plays and things like that. None of those people were available. And I asked the advice of several creative directors in different churches who I knew had drama programs. And they all told me the same thing. The most difficult person to cast is Jesus. Because not just everybody can play him. An actor who plays Jesus can't only look like Jesus, he actually has to have a Jesus heart. And that is the challenge. So I don't know Shadi at all. Marcia didn't know him either, but her sister knew him. So she asked him, would you be willing to play Jesus in this film? And praise God, he was very willing to rise to the occasion.
Give me no water for my feet. But she... It's so weird to even...
The funny thing though is that Shadi actually doesn't have hair. So we had to take him from Elisha to Jesus. When Shadi put on that Jesus hair, he so personified Jesus. And Shadi, I mean, he's such a sweetheart. It was an absolute joy and a blessing to find him. And he was simply amazing to work with. Everyone who worked on the film, they did such an amazing job. You know, I have so much more to say about this little short film of ours, but I am going to leave this here right now. I will continue this chat next Monday though, because really there is so much more to tell you. In the meantime, go and watch the film. The link is in the description. And I would love to know what y'all think of it, so leave a comment. Thank you all for supporting my channel and watching my vlogs. This little channel is embracing the director in me because of you guys, so mad love. Well, I am up for now, but I will see you all on Monday, and then again on Living Room Karaoke Tuesday. I love you all. Take care of each other. God bless you.